it will be its own challenge, actually. There will have been so much hope around that one moment of reuniting with family and to some extent with friends. But actually, people who have been kidnapped or held hostage will be going through huge emotional turmoil at this very abrupt transition from what they've known for a long period of time to this new way of functioning. So everyone needs to take it super slow, really carefully, and also be alert for some really quite big mood changes. It can't always be euphoric and overjoyed. There are going to be some really maybe lower moods and perhaps even quite confusing moods for people who are observing the people who've been released.
It's very difficult to think about the marriage in all of this, because obviously Richard has worked tirelessly to get his wife released, and yet they will have both become very different people in the years they've spent apart, just as a result of what has happened. How do they begin to rebond and reconnect, do you think?
With lots of patience and lots of compassion for that sense that they will both have undergone very radical changes. And in some ways, there will be that sense of, you don't know what I've gone through on both sides, what it was like for the other person. Richard campaigning, Nazanin having to endure that awful torture. But there are going to be these really powerful moments as well of reconnection, where the ordinary things of everyday life, Richard spoke about how Nazanin had written to him about how all she really longed for was him making her a cup of tea. And if we recognise that those everyday things can really reconnect us much more than the really big flamboyant shows of emotion, and I suppose what we need to recognise is that they need that time apart in order to reconnect with each other, to get to know each other again. And for Nazanin in particular, to relearn what it means to be spontaneous and to not have your life controlled by other people. That takes some adjusting.